many kills did I get? 24. How many did you get? 3. How many did I get? 7. 6. Oh, my bad.
Someone could be an acting gig at this point.
I need a pillow. Oh, okay. Did this one yesterday. This is a picture of Emma's eyeball. She covered her face in picture of the day. Alright, so did that one yesterday. But here, this is a picture of Emma's eyeball. She covered her face in glitter for a photography project. And this is just a picture of her eye. I think there's more to the picture behind. Yeah, oh, there's more, yeah. But, yeah, that's that. Right here, this is a picture of Ben, Mr. President, helping me up the steps at the NHS ceremony. I forgot exactly why we did this, but he did this for everybody. So, it's great. That's a great picture right there. And then right here, this is me with our company Rock during JCLC, which is the JRTC summer camp between sophomore and junior year. The Rock and I were best buddies. I had to watch The Rock for a few days. I had to carry it everywhere we went. And The Rock and I became really close. I did a bunch of pictures with it. I don't know if I have any more up here, but I took a whole photo shoot. And yeah, so that's me and The Rock right there. So, pretty fine day today. Woke up at like, I don't even know, maybe like 10ish. Let's call it that. Woke up, and whatever I did, I didn't eat breakfast first. I know that. Woke up, I went outside. Maybe I went and checked on the ducks right away. Or no, I checked on the turtle right away. Woke up, checked on the turtle. And I did something else this morning. Why can't I remember? Whatever, I checked on the turtle. Turtle's still there. I went in my yard and found some worms. That's what I did. I gave him a worm. I don't know if I think he ate a bit of it later on in the day, but I'm not sure. So, did that. Then checked on the ducks. Looking fine as always. Gave him some more water, emptied out the tray, gave him some more. Oh, I didn't give them some more food. They had plenty of food, but definitely gave them some more water. They drank the whole thing of water in one day. And then I had to fill it up again tonight. But that's later. So did that. Then we played with the dogs for like probably like an hour, and our pond is still leaking water because we noticed there's like a bunch of wet rocks and stuff below the pond. So I'm pretty sure it's coming from we decided it's coming from the bottom pond. That's the issue. And since we already have a problem, might as well go crazy and renovate the whole thing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna dismantle everything, remove all of the rocks, redo the lining, make it look really nice. And my mom hated the idea at first, but we're kind of working at convincing her. So that's our next step. That's our next project for this week, besides also making raised garden beds. We're going to do that. So, yeah, we got a lot of work ahead of us. Found a salamander in the pond, too. Didn't do a lot of vlogging today. But then I went inside, ate some breakfast, lunch. It was lunch. And came up with a plan for a raised garden bed. Then I started working on my website because it was getting rainy and stuff. So I was working on my website for Brock Soap Co. and published it on Wix. And then my dad showed me that I can use his domain instead of saying it like Wix site. It would say Cyberbrock. Since we're already paying for that domain name, why not use it? So I redid everything. It didn't take me too long. It probably took me about an hour and a half, 2 hours to redo it all on the StartLogic website builder. But did that, and then it wouldn't save. It kept saying internal error. So I had to scrap the whole thing, redo it all again on a new website, and came out better than I could ever imagine. Go check it out. Probably not gonna include a link, or the link will be here. You can go check it out. But website's fire. So now I'm officially selling soaps. Tomorrow I'm gonna post it on Facebook, on We the People of Washingtonville. Try to get some hits maybe. I only have one customer so far, and that's my dad, because he tested out the Google form that I made. But yeah, so definitely go check that out. Buy some soaps. Then that took me like 5-6 hours, so it was like 7 o'clock by the time I was done. Went checked on the ducks. We ate some dinner. We had pizza for dinner. So nice. And then we kind of just laid on the couch, watched some TV, played Call of Duty. We played Flappy Golf on our phones. I showed everybody my website. And other than that, I'm trying to think. I don't know. I think that's about it. Yeah, Call of Duty. A lot of relaxing today. Didn't really do much outside. But it was a nice, chill day. Chill. Yeah.
Look at your little head. It's all spiky. Why is your hair so spiky? I know why. It's because you guys trashed all your water and got yourself soaked. That's why. That's why. Oh, poor guy. Ahem. Look at this.
Hey, Mike.
Look how pretty it is.
Should I show him the tough one? Oh, you put the bird on the floor?
Nope.
What is that? A moth.
Did I hurt wing?
Here, Pop, do I see the ducky?
Hey, look at the duck.
They grow so fast.
Pop, look at the duck.
Do you like it? Oh, look at that pom-pom head.
Alright, so she's in there right now. She got some sugar water in this little tray. She got some sticks. We'll see how she does. And then there's Mr. Turtle. Hello, Mr. Turtle. Not funny though. Heads up! The windows are open, so. Oh. They're doing fine.
Alright. Do that stand. Whoa!
Try to take this one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
What? That? What?
I need to hear the Turn it up! Go! Oh, oh no, wait,
Right, left.
1, 2, 3.
Wait, time out. Restart.
Joe!
Okay, ready? Go.
Yeah.
3. Oh, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Break it.
Yeah!
3.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, this is gonna stop.
Are you ready, John? Let it.
What?
Let's see it.
Ew. Ew.
Ew. Alright, hit the ball.
Now go.
You go. I'm ready.
Oh my god! That's too far away.
Go work, buddy. Alright, so it turns out that Luna moths, they don't actually eat anything, and they only live for about a week because their only purpose is to reproduce. So I'm going to grab this guy by one of his feet, and now I'm just gonna let him sit right here, and we'll see what happens.
Picture of the day.
Do this yesterday. Alright, we're on to a new poster. But you know, for a different photography project that we had to do, we had to film I forgot what the actual assignment was, but it was You just have to take pictures of like people doing things, I guess. So this is a picture I took of Emma, and she's all like upset and everything. And if you look in the background, there's the termination, dedication, people with medals and everything. Didn't come out quite like I hoped it would. I have other pictures that are a little bit better, but it's the idea there. So that's one picture. I'll do this one too. This is all of us in Cape May. This is the boys. It's Matt, Ben. That's Liam, Sean, me, and Tom. I can't really tell because I'm looking through my phone screen. Yep, I got that all right. But this is a very iconic picture of all of us at the beach. On it's Sunset Beach, or yeah, Sunset Beach, because sunrise in the east, sets in the west, but this beach points west. One of like the few beaches on the eastern coast that like you can really get the nice sunset over the ocean, which, well, it's really a bay, but I mean, it was very nice to see the sunset and everything. So we got a few cool pictures, and yeah, I'll do those two for today. Those are two really good pictures.
So, fun day today. Woke up, don't really know what time, but I woke up today. Then, obviously checked on ducks, checked on turtles. Turtle's doing great, or at least you think he is. I don't know. Oh, that's right, I woke up like 9-ish. And then checked on all the animals. Went to Emma's house, because I was going to help her paint her garage today. And I showed up there and I forgot I was supposed to bring ladders. Like, I just totally forgot. And I was already late there, so I had to go back home, get ladders, then go back. And when I got back home to get the ladders, DJ's little tuft of hair on his head, the duck, DJ the duck, it was all wet, I noticed. And then I looked at it, it was all raw and like a little bloody. So I guess one of the chickens, or one of the other ducks was probably plucking out her hairs. So, didn't notice it for the rest of the day, so I think they realized that that's not a toy and stopped. But that was an issue at first, and then brought the ladders back, redeemed all my points for the Boyfriend Olympics. Skylar and Andrew were there too, we all worked together. Then I spackled while they were doing some sanding and everything. We painted, we primed the garage, and we just did a lot of work. It was rewarding work though, because you can see the progress happening as it's going on. But so we did that for a good amount of time. I left at like 1:45-ish, and then after that I went back home. We were gonna go to Lowe's, but we didn't end up going to Lowe's today. We were Pop and Mimo were outside. We were playing with the dogs in the yard, and yeah, things were just going well. Then I found that moth, the Luna moth, which turns out, like I said earlier, they go from a larva stage into their moth stage as adults, and they only live for about a week, and within that week their only goal is to reproduce. So, and they don't eat anything. They can't eat. They have stored fats from when they were larvae that they burn off for that week until they die, and before or after they reproduce. So at night they release a pheromone. The females release a pheromone to attract mates, and then they reproduce. So I realized by trapping it in a cage, it was a little counterintuitive. So I opened up the cage, and now she's just chilling on the table, and maybe a mate will come by and they'll reproduce on the table, which is a little gross, but circle of life. Then Turtle is also doing well. I found the tray that we put on top of the cage with all my seedlings in it inside the turtle cage, and I thought it was crushing the turtle, but it wasn't. It just like the turtle crawled underneath it. So I moved that completely out of the way. Gotta come up with a better system for that. Then, oh my, yeah, wait, this was all later today. I skipped over the whole day. But then we went to my aunt's house for a, social distancing party, which really, we were all outside, and we, didn't hug or anything like that. We try to keep our distance, but it's difficult. But, we respect each other's boundaries, and then I spent a good, 3 hours fishing, caught one decent-sized bass, and then my little cousin, an hour later, caught a bass probably 3 or 4 inches as long, which, equates to a lot more girth. So that, it wasn't disappointing. I was really proud that he caught that fish because it was huge, but, I wish I caught a little bit more. It's fine. I'll have to go back then. Then, did some fishing, we had some cake. my uncle found one of those electric skateboards, the really like electric longboards, in a dumpster, and all he had to do was buy an app and a battery for it. So that was working, and that was cool. I got to try that out. We hit some golf balls. I hit one. They approximated it was probably about 200-yard hit into the woods, and I didn't even see it. I just felt like it was a good hit, and then they told me it went really far, so that was cool. And then I said we had cake. We flew the drone around a little bit, played a little cornhole. It was just fun to get to see all my cousins and my aunts and uncles, and to like just be outside, play around. I rode a scooter for the first time in a long time, so that was cool. Then, yeah, we did a little bit more fishing right before we left. I'm trying to convince my aunt to get a pond at her house, but then we left, we went home. Oh, I'm starting to forage now. For a portion of my diet, I'm going to start foraging. So, I foraged some garlic mustard today, which is it's an invasive species actually, but it's a little plant with a white flower, and it kind of has like a weird looks almost like a little tiny finger shooting up from it. You'll recognize it if you see it. But it's garlic mustard, and it's actually edible. It tastes like a rich lettuce, like kind of like a nutty, earthy lettuce. Like you get one of those like not herbal, but one of those like mixed salad things. Not like a romaine lettuce or an iceberg, but like a rich lettuce. And then after you chew it for a few seconds, you get you taste it's a garlicky taste. You can definitely tell that it's got like something similar to garlic in it, and then it just gets bitter, so it's not great. But for the first little bit, it's good. And harvested a bunch of that. I got my little cousin Johnny to harvest a bunch of that for me. So we brought it back. We're gonna try to transplant it. I think it's probably gonna be dead by tomorrow because it's just sitting outside right now with the roots exposed. But who knows? I'll try to transplant it. If not, I'm sure I'll be able to find it locally. And then my mom is working on something for a track. And then I've spent the last 2 hours or so probably watching videos on permaculture and food forests and turning your yard into a usable space where you can grow plants. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna transplant a bunch of raspberry bushes, blueberry bushes from my old house, some chocolate mint, some other perennial plants that I know are growing at the old house. Transplant them over to the new house, and they don't know this yet, but I'm gonna section off a portion of the yard into a food forest. I'm gonna plant the apple tree, pear tree, maybe a peach tree, and then those are all perennials, so they'll grow year-round. And then I'm gonna add some strawberry bushes. Those are perennials. I'll add some annuals in at the bottom to maximize all the different layers of levels of growing, like tubers at the bottom. Then you can have some low light-ish plants, some annuals. Then you have the perennials, the forest, the trees that are kind of the centerpiece of the whole garden. So I'm on phase 3 of the videos that some guy from New Jersey made. So yeah, it's looking good. Looking good. Peace, dogs.